Alrighty, everybody. This is Jeff Morton, and I'm doing a test. I've got a new camera set up here. Uh, I know I'm live on Facebook and YouTube. I want to come on here for a minute. I keep hearing my mother, God rest her soul. My mom would go on. She would wear this mask and do whatever she had to do because that's what she had to do. Right now, I have a bunch of dental work happening in here, and so everything's not fitting and lining up the way it's supposed to. Plus, I'm healing, so I'm not gonna put you through this horrifying image that I have when I look in the mirror. Anyway, I'm doing a little test here. I'm also, guys, let me tell you something. I'm trying to get this podcast a little bit more exposure. Now, my camera, the new camera, and what do you think of the quality, guys? I have to really give my hats off to Moya's production. Luke came in here and he did a fantastic job recommending a different camera setup for me. And it's just wonderful. I'm just really grateful. But I'm trying to get more exposure for the podcast. That means getting it out on a larger audience. And to do that, I have to upgrade and do some things. So if you want to sponsor the program, I'd be more than happy to take your money and or showcase your business. I need extra cash, to be honest with you guys. I'm tapped out. I can't do any more than this. But what do you think of the quality of that picture? I think it's fantastic. So what Luke did was Luke came in and he said, let me recommend a better camera. I went and purchased the camera. And he came over and set it up, and just fantastic. But anyway, let's talk about it. I want to tell you people why I'm doing this. Let me click this over to comments. I'm doing this because the world is a mess. I mean, we got so much crazy stuff going on in the world. And I'm sitting here thinking about all the people that make things good. I remember Dina Dye told me that Dennis Prager she quoted Dennis Prager, and he said, the question is not why is there evil in the world, but why is there good? And to me, that boils down to people. So for me, it's about people. It's really about people. And, to have you come on my show and talk about you and what you're doing, particularly if it's helping somebody else. Now, you got to keep in mind, I'm a conservative. I'm a biblical guy. I'm not woke. I'm not Black Lives Matter. And I'm not about all this crazy stuff that's changing the culture. I love America. I love our Constitution. I love the freedoms that the United States offered to everybody, including Black people, after we beat slavery and got rid of that stupid. So I really think that the best part of life is you guys, people. I want to tell you about a person I'm going to interview this weekend. She wrote this book called Echoes of Resilience, a saga of silent strength. Now, this is not a kid-friendly show because we're going to get into some pretty difficult topics. She wrote this book. I happened to meet her. She's part of a private security team. She's completely changed her life around. I mean, she went from the sexual abuse, mental abuse, physical abuse, drug abuse, and one day she kind of snapped out of it. And we're going to talk about her story this weekend. Her name is Tia Rota. It's different spelling. But anyway, I'm going to talk to her about her story this Sunday. She's agreed to come onto the program. She contacted me. I invited her about a month ago. She contacted me and she said, I'd like to do the show. I've been reading her book. It's pretty hard. It's pretty hard to read some of the stuff that's in here and what she went through. So anyway, that's this Sunday. I also want to tell you about a person I met. Now I got to think of his name. Anyway, he bought a couple of pizza restaurants called Pizza Pizzazz. One of them's in Lakewood and the other one's up in University Place. There's a third one in Federal Way, but he doesn't own that one. Anyway, I went and visited his restaurants. I'm always looking for plumbing businesses, but I went and visited his restaurants. And, these are little tiny establishments doing a great big chunk of money. I want to highlight what he's done to turn the both restaurants into profitable businesses. But when I went to the restaurants, I walked up to the door. It's basically a door. You step in, you order your stuff, or you order it online and all that when they deliver it. But anyway, he's from Honduras. Been in the country for a while with his wife, and they just an amazing entrepreneur. And he and I had lunch. We spent a long time sitting talking about his business. He's offered to sponsor the program. We're going to work that out. But I'm going to write an article about his establishments. The pizza's really good, folks. You wouldn't know it if you walked up to the building. You know, sometimes we see these little hole-in-the-wall establishments that have excellent food. Well, what he's done to Pizza Pizzazz over in Lakewood, it's really good product, and I'm really gonna push it, particularly since he offered to sponsor my program, and I am desperately looking for sponsorships to help me grow this channel, this program, this podcast. So I kind of need some help with that. If you want to sponsor the program, if you got a business and you want to talk about your business and you're doing something for somebody else that's making a difference in their life, you're the kind of people that Let's Talk About wants on the broadcast. I'm also looking for 30-second clips of your business. I'll run your commercials. I'll do whatever I can to generate revenue to pay for this program, as well as to upgrade and to continue to upgrade it. Now, I used to have a radio show on Salem Communications out of Seattle. It was called Uncoloring Grace. It was based on my book. People were paying for that. One particular person was paying the lump sum for that. And I just started thinking, this is too much money to ask people to support. So I bagged that and said, okay, I'm not giving Salem Communications all this money, and I'm not going to ask people for all this money. So what I ended up doing was canceling that, and I started going online. It's a lot cheaper to do this kind of stuff, especially out of pocket. And I don't have the kind of sponsors and things that I used to have when I was doing, other things. But again, this program is about you. My podcast is about you. I don't care where you are in the world or in the country. If you have something to talk about, spend an hour with me on Sunday. We go live. I'm trying to increase the amount of channels that I can go. Right now I'm on Rumble. Rumble's my go-to page. I'm on YouTube because it's automatically programmed into this program. I use StreamYard, and I can only have 3 live feeds when I do this. So I'm trying to change that, but I just don't have the financial wherewithal to keep to do that. So I need sponsors and I need your commercials. If you have a commercial, it can't be more than a minute long. Okay, we can talk about price. I will run your commercial. I will promote your business. I'm doing the same thing on my website, which is called freefromfear.us. I'm putting your businesses on one column to promote you guys. This is what I want to do. I want to promote people that are making a difference. That's what this is all about. But I need you to help me support this podcast. I have to keep looking up at the camera because it's up there and my great big screen is in front of me. Anyway, I could hear my mother say, yeah, just put a mask on. Don't worry about it. Mom, God bless her. She was an amazing woman. We lost her in September. But she would have no problem with this. So I'm her son, and this is the way we roll. Besides, to look at my mouth right now with no teeth is horrifying. I look in the mirror and I go, oh my God, this is what 65 looks like. By the way, today is my birthday. For all the folks on Facebook and Telegram and all the different things that I'm exposed to on, thank you so much. I really appreciate your kind wishes. But right now, I need financial backing to turn this into something better. I am in love with the camera and the way that it looks. Okay. Great big difference than using a webcam. I have a 35 millimeter. It's called a Lumix that I'm looking at right now. Anyway, folks, that's what I need. I need help. If you want to help me sponsor the program, or if you want to make a donation, just reach out to me on my email, which is J.S. Morton. You see it scrolling on the bottom, jsmorton@protonmail.com. And, if you want to help me out, you can help me out. I'm supposed to go to Israel September the 1st, but we're having a meeting about all that on Saturday. I really don't think that trip's going to fly. So, I'm trying to switch gears, but one never knows. I don't know. We might get on that plane and go to Israel. By the way, I remember once, guys, I had my mask down like this during the COVID thing, at my company, we were required to wear masks. And this old guy tapped me on the shoulder and he said to me, sir, do you know how many lives you would save if you put that up over your nose like this? And I looked at him like, are you serious? Are you serious? So I did like this. He kind of got a little pissed off and walked away. I'm just not that person, guys. Anyway, this is Jeff Morton. How's it look? If you saw my teeth, you'd probably turn this off. Anyway, I'm doing dental work. I put it off for years. I'm getting it done now. My point is, I want to take this podcast to the next level. One of my guests I'm going to have on as a regular is Dr. Dina Dye, because when it comes to biblical stuff, she and I are symbiotic in how we see the things that are shaping. On the other hand, there's some amazing people in the world. There's some amazing people in my community. There's some amazing people that have stories to tell. Some of it's going to be kind of heartbreaking. And also, like with Tia, she went through hell. Guys, I'm reading her book. It's really hard to read. But she turned her life into something that makes a difference. And now she's making a difference, not only for herself, but also for other people. And also, she's just an amazing person. And I think sometimes we need to be encouraged by amazing people. I want to give a shout out to my wife, Michelle. Please visit her business. It's called thebodyshackmakesense.com. She's seeing an uptick in sales, which is really good for her. She just got accepted at a something to do in Puyallup where she's going to have her stuff on display again. We're doing good. We just don't have the kind of capital that I wish I had. And I'm not whining. Trust me, I'm not whining about that. It just takes money to do this, and I'm tapped out. I can't do anymore. So I need some help. Okay? Listen, God bless you guys. Have a great Friday, and we'll be talking to you soon. All right? Bye-bye.